Hi. In the last video, I said that we should meet up on Friday and see what we could do with less than 30 people on a single Strand contracted team, because although we're getting close to 100 on the server, we don't yet have a full 30-person crew for any single platform. But we thought, why not give a try with less than 30 and see what we can do to try to convince people. Our plan was to meet up in the Eastern region and first clear the area of other people's stuff, people who were not Strand contracted to us. Just get rid of it all. Dismantle all the structures, remove all the signs, etc. And then place our own stuff in the Eastern region, particularly signs and post boxes, and then save, reload, sleep, and do whatever we could to get each other's stuff to appear in our game world. We did this on the PC version of the game because that was the platform where we had the most co-Strand contracted players together all at the same time. These were the people who were there, and of these people, the number of people who were successful in finding another player's sign, structure, cargo, path, cairn, or especially post box was, drumroll please, all of us. Every single goddamn one of us. Everyone, it seems, found at least a sign or a post box, and it happened exceptionally fast. Do you see your sign, speaker? I'm gonna like the shit out of it too. People. There's another Keyray X. Thank you. Keyray X. It's a Nick Easton. That's a speaker. That's a speaker. Whose is this? This is speakers. See what I mean? Me and Speaker are like highly connected. And not only that, but Speaker, you found one of my Timefall shelters earlier today too, right? Shadow Boogie Pop. See? And see, this is what I mean by this is why you have to have 30. I don't know who Shadow Boogie Pop is, but apparently they're connected to me right now, and they just dropped a cairn. They're resting there, right? But there's a post box right there. Is it one of ours? It's Debbie's! No shit! No fucking shit. Now everybody else has to try to get this specific post box in their game. Let me like the fuck out of this thing.
Thanks.
None of these signs. Hey! There's a David sign. So we did find a lot of each other's signs. Signs seem to be the things that pop through the game world the fastest. I got one of David's post boxes. Somebody else got one of my post boxes. And one of the things that I feel like we can really take away from what we learned, was that you kind of connect with somebody and you're connected with them for a little bit and you get a whole host of their stuff in your world all at once, but you don't connect with them every time you log in. Sometimes it'll just connect you with randos because you don't have all of your contracts filled out. There was also this point where I dropped a whole bunch of ladders in that post box that I got from David, and they literally showed up in other players' game worlds like basically immediately. The ones that I put in David's post box went to Sokra right away. It was minutes. And then as other people put their ladders in their post boxes, I started seeing them as well. Or because this is a David post box, but that's Sokra that got him. Listed cargo popped into David's post box, and let me check the share locker for other people's stuff. And I got a David ladder. Just seems silly. Hey, I got Bagui's Timefall shell level 3 too. Nice. Oh, you went all the way to the musician for me, Sokra. You're so nice. Another Sokra sign. See, right now I appear to be very well connected to Sokra. For some reason, Sokra is on my chiral network right now. Now here's something that really bakes my noodle, which is that at one point I'd put a whole bunch of post box request signs up, and then I'd gotten rid of them because a post box appeared in my world. But later on, one showed up back again in my game world. That's a 10-minute ago sign? Holy through shit. Somebody else's chiral network. Okay, wait, now that's blowing my mind. Wait a minute. So I don't know what to think about that. That's a little weird, right? I'm not sure why it would do that. I'm blowing my own mind right now. How am I seeing? I deleted these signs, and I'm seeing my own signs pop into my. Okay, now I'm confused. And so here was an especially funny moment because way back in the day, probably more than a year and a half ago, a few of us were trying this out again. One of them was verbose rhetoric. And you can see here, this was the first time that we saw somebody's sign go through each other's game world basically instantly.
Oh, whoa! Dude, you just placed that sign and it is in my game now.
And so what's funny about this is all those many moons later, we're testing all this stuff out again, and I've gotten something from everybody on my list except for verbose rhetoric. And then this happens. I want to see a verbose rhetoric sign. Look at that shit. I called it. And what did I roll? Oh, deuces. Fucking called it. Like, I want to see a verbose, because verbose is the only person so far whose stuff I haven't seen. And that makes everyone. And I don't think we were strand contracted when the Odd Peanut one came through, which is also interesting to think about. So that was last Friday. So what do we do this Friday? Well, Bridges 3 member The Speaker had a suggestion. They thought we should go to the Eastern region and have a good old-fashioned BT beatdown and basically try to eliminate all of the BTs. And that sounds like fun to me. We can either do it through hematics and just killing all the BTs, killing catchers, or we could go around cutting umbilical cords. And that sounds like fun, but I want to add to that. If we succeed and the BTs are gone, let's just go ham. Let's try to do all of it. Beat up the mules, deliver the packages, get every order into post boxes, get all the lost cargo into post boxes, clear out all the mule camps, put all that in post boxes. Let's go nuts and try to optimize the Eastern region as much as possible and see what effect we can have while we're still under 30 people. In the meantime, we will still continue to try to get to that 30 people, and if we do, and we get everybody's strand contracted on Friday all together, here's the plan. First, I want to do some initial post box testing once we have 30, just to kind of understand how that works. How does it split up the cargo between all 30 people? That kind of thing. If we can figure out some of those basics, and if we can get 30 people committed to do a playthrough, then I will immediately begin a new playthrough, and we will try to reach an unlock of some kind. Here is what would be needed of you if you want to be one of the 30. Once we reach 30 committed players, I will start a new playthrough immediately. I will play through a strand contract assisted completionist run, where I attempt to get everything in my game world into a post box. I will take every order, and I will collect every bit of lost cargo in my game world, and get it all into post boxes, except for what I have to take. Your jobs will be to take everything I put in those post boxes to their destination while I'm offline. Thus, for my game, it happens in 0 time through the chiral network. This way of playing is what makes us Bridges 3, the third expedition. We are the Sams using the multiverse to our advantage to deliver packages exceptionally quickly. So what I'll do is I'll just hop into the game, I'll take the orders for Sam, but I'll also take all the standard orders and pick up all the lost cargo, eliminate all the mule camps, get all the stuff out of BT territory, etc. Then I'll report to the team what I've done, and I'll go back to editing the analysis series. Once you guys have reported that you've completed all the deliveries, I'll get back in my game and keep going. My goal will be to complete chapters 1 and 2 and deliver every package in the Eastern region in under 4 hours, which is totally doable. My process will be to play until I reach a point where I naturally have to take a rest and end up in a private room. Otherwise, I'm putting stuff in post boxes. So if you'd like to be one of the 30, I can play on PC, PS5, or PS4. It does not matter which platform. I only have an endgame save on PC, so I'd have to start over on PS5 or PS4. So our upfront testing would be a little limited. But once we're ready to do a new playthrough, I can do it on any platform or all platforms. If you'd like to be one of the 30, there's a link down in the description to our Discord server where we coordinate. If you have some free time this weekend, if any of this has piqued your interest, if you are even just curious and you have a late game character on any platform, then meet us on Friday at twitch.tv/GameLargo, join the Discord, and we'll give this a try. Let your curiosity get the best of you. I'll probably start streaming a lot earlier on Friday than I did last Friday, but I'll list 5 p.m. Eastern because I will definitely be on at that time. All right, link in the description, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye, bye, bye. Join Bridges 3 and make your connections. Tie your knots. A new community where your contributions will matter and where I will tell your story. Bridges 3 wants you.